and More Spirit takes over coming past the wire. It will be More Spirit to win the Los Alamitos Futurity by a length and a half.
This is just an unbelievable day for Bob Baffert and Mike Smith. They are unstoppable. More Spirit has dominated the Met Mile. He won it by 7 lengths.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spa Babies, presented by Spendthrift. I'm Dan Illman, along with Nicole Russo, and let's throw up the field for Sunday's Spa Baby race, kicking off the late pick 5 with race number 6, going 3/4 of a mile. It is a maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies, the second division of this race. Spendthrift stallions well represented. The number 7 Roundabout is by Cross Traffic. The 8 Knowing Glance is by Jimmy Creed. They are Minnesota bred and Alberta bred, respectively. They stand next to the gate, Nicole, next to Galeno Rush, a $375,000 purchase. So it's great about racing. One of the great things is patrician and plebeian get to stand shoulder to shoulder in the starting gate.
Yeah, it's really fun and interesting. Both of these horses buy very good stallions for Spendthrift Farm and then fold out for these respective regional programs, the rest of the field Kentucky breds. So it's really interesting to see that these horses can come from anywhere and make their way to their racing careers.
Number 1 is Shared Future, trained by Steve Asmussen. This is a well-bred daughter of Twirling Candy. Twirling Candy does very nicely with juvenile debut runners, 20% winners. There is a lot of stamina, however, on the bottom of this pedigree. The dam a half to the millionaire Hawakam, who was a late runner going long.
Yeah, I do think that this one will run well going longer as well. I sure wouldn't want to see her debuting any shorter than this 6 furlongs. Twirling Candy has already had some strong 2-year-olds at this Saratoga meet. You pointed out that on his career, he's been very good with his 2-year-olds and has continued that pattern. And some strong works for this one for Steve Asmussen.
And there's a formulator fact for Asmussen, who does well at Saratoga with his juvenile debut runners over the past couple of years. 2-year-old first-time starters in maiden special weight dirt sprints at the Spa, 41% winners and a $2.27 ROI. The number 2 is For Dawn. This is one of 2 fillies in the race by Breeders' Cup Juvenile and Kentucky Derby winner Nyquist, who has gotten off to a very good start with his juvenile debut runners, winning at 20%. The dam was a stakes winner over Synthetic, kind of a turf and synthetic family on the bottom, but Brad Cox is live everywhere. He's been very live at the beginning of this Saratoga meet. First 6 starters, 4 wins, 1 second, 1 third.
Absolutely. And this is another one with a nice work tab, has posted some strong works at Brad Cox's Keeneland division in preparation for her debut. Nyquist, as you said, is off to a terrific start with his 2-year-olds. He was last year's leading freshman sire with the likes of champion V-Quist and other stakes performers. And really no surprise, Nyquist, a juvenile champion in his own right by a juvenile champion, Uncle Mo, whose sons got off to a terrific start with their 2-year-olds last year.
Starting right next door is the other Nyquist filly, a gray trained by Mark Cassey named Lemieux, and this is a very strong and versatile pedigree. She is a half-sister to Brilliant Cut, a Grade 3 stakes-placed sprinter, and the dam's a half to Diamondrella, who won several Grade 1 stakes at a mile on the turf. Lemieux took on Happy Soul in her career debut. She was a well-beaten second, but Happy Soul's very good. Came right back to win the Astoria for Wesley Ward.
Yeah, and Happy Soul was going to loom as the favorite for the Schuylerville opening weekend here until she spiked a fever and had to be scratched. Lemieux, just blown away by her as the rest in the field were, but certainly gave a good account of herself. And I like that she came out of that effort and has worked well, including a bullet work at Saratoga on July 15th. I really like when 2-year-olds come out of their first race to work well. It sort of shows that, the light bulb came on. They didn't get discouraged by their first race, which can really be a learning experience for some horses. They're coming out of it and ready for more as they move ahead.
The most experienced horse is up next, the 4 Misinterpret. We're going to watch her second lifetime start. She's the most experienced horse in the race. She's on the outside. She's going to make a strong 3-wide bid, and she's only going to be beaten ahead by the odds-on winner, who is very, very game. Misinterpret is trained by Todd Pletcher. This experience has to help. And when you look at this pedigree, the dam's a half-sister to 2 Grade 1 winning dirt sprinters, Paula Silverlining and Dad's Caps.
Yeah, so much speed and classy speed in that female family. And Sire Street Sense can be sneaky good with his 2-year-olds and with his sprinters, the likes of Sweet Reason, Obby K. He's also an excellent wet track sire, and the early forecast does call for rain on Sunday. She was just bested last out while taking a step forward off her debut. If that race didn't take some of the starch out of her, she's really going to be tough here. And I'm going to suggest you watch the board, because if you get anything close to her 6-1 morning line odds for Todd Pletcher and Jose Ortiz, she looks like a terrific value.
The Chad Brown barn demands respect, and Chad sends out the number 5, demands respect. And you look at this pedigree, there is a lot of sprint ability underneath. This is a half-sister to stakes-winning dirt sprinter Where Paradise Lay, and also stakes-placed dirt sprinter Whispering Pines. This one's by Union Rag, sold for almost $200,000, and the dam was a multiple stakes winner. Lots to like here.
Plenty to like. And, Union Rags, he's another one of these sires that you think about for what he did as a 3-year-old with his win in the Belmont Stakes. But he was a very good 2-year-old, including around 1 turn, a graded winner at Saratoga, a grade 1 winner going 1 turn at Belmont, and plenty of speed on the bottom side of this family to back up a stallion who's very good with his 2-year-olds.
The number 6, Gal in a Rush by Breeders' Cup Classic winner Ghost Zapper. $375,000 she went for in March after breezing a furlong at that sale in 10 1/5. The dam is a half to a stakes-placed router. The second dam a stakes-winning router. I wonder if maybe she wants to go a little bit longer, but these works look very, very solid.
That was ultimately my impression when I looked at this good working filly as well. Ghost Sapper over a Dynaformer mare, all that dirt route ability on the bottom side of the page with Empress of Midway and others. I would prefer this one going longer, perhaps second time out.
The Christophe Clement barn, though, has come out firing with their 2-year-olds at Saratoga this summer. Here's our formulator fact for Gal in a Rush. 2-year-old first-time starters, maiden special dirt sprints at the Spa. Clement's 4 for the last 10, $4.39 return on investment. Now let's look at the Spendthrift runners, the Seven Roundabout by Spendthrift Stallion Cross Traffic. This is a half-sister to Killybegs Captain, a grade 3 stakes-winning sprinter, also trained by John Terranova, a $50,000 yearling purchase. A lot of speed in this pedigree. Terranova can get a firster to win first time out, and Minnesota bred might add to your price.
And a Minnesota bred attracting John Velasquez for John Terranova first time out. As you mentioned, a half to the very good Killybegs Captain, and precocity and speed on top of the pedigree as well. Cross Traffic was the leading freshman sire a couple of years ago for Spendthrift.
I think it's a very good sign that Spendthrift bought the 8 Knowing Glance, a daughter of their stallion Jimmy Creed. They spent $90,000 on this Alberta bred. As you see, Jimmy Creed, very, very good with 2-year-old debut runners and a nice versatile pedigree. The dam precocious enough to be stakes place sprinting on dirt at 2. She a half to Breeders' Stakes winner, the 3rd jewel of the Canadian Triple Crown, going 1.5 miles on the turf. Perfect shower.
Yeah, and I did take note that Spendthrift went out and picked up this filly as well. They like to purchase some nice runners to support their own stallions and put back into their program. And out of all of the Jimmy Creed yearlings that year at the Keeneland September sale, they sourced this one from a regional program. So that probably says a lot about this filly's presence and physical. I'll be really interested to see what she looks like in the paddock. And Jimmy Creed, really just a racehorse sire. He throws quick, tough horses.
I really respect her trainer, Al Stahl, with first-time starters as well. We take a look at our top selections for the first leg of Sunday's Late Pick 5. Misinterpret, experience counts. You get Pletcher, Ortiz, and a great price on the morning line, Nicole.
Yeah, that was, what I looked at. I really thought there was great value in this race for the experienced horses and what looks like a pretty wide open field. I didn't think any of the first time starters were just a lock. So I did go to the experienced horses, and of those two, kind of what split the difference for me with Misinterpret was the Sunday forecast and what I think is a good wet track pedigree.
I want to use your top pick. She's my second choice. Curious to see what we get from Shared Future. Wonder if the precocity that Twirling Candy often injects into a pedigree will sort of balance out the stamina on the bottom side. And we know that Asmussen is very good with first-time starters. 1-4-6-3 for me, 4-3-1-2 for Nicole. It's Sunday's Spa Baby Race at Saratoga. And, of course, our coverage is presented by Spendthrift.